Hello and welcome back to Vanircreations tutorials. This week we're going to be making this stunning moon suncatcher. Unfortunately on this day it was overcast, so you can't see quite as many rainbows and sparkles as you normally can with these suncatchers, but you can still see a few sparkles in the background there. If you do want to see the amount of sparkles and rainbows these do give off, please follow the link down below to our Instagram and TikTok, where we have lots of videos just showing how amazing these look in the sun when it is direct sunlight. The kit for this tutorial is linked down below if you'd like to purchase, or you can purchase your own materials coming up next. So the first thing you need to do is get your moon shape and your string in whatever colour you've chosen, and we're going to just tie it on the end but leave about 10 centimetres of string. So just an overhand knot like this, you just tie it in a normal overhand knot, and you leave about 10 centimetres of string. Then get your string and we're going to wrap the moon. So we just wrap it. Just make sure there's no gaps as you're doing it. And if you do get any gaps, just push it up. Make sure it's on there nice and tight. So as you are wrapping your moon shape, make sure you keep pushing up, especially on the inside. Make sure you push this bit up so that the string moves with the moon shape and it doesn't go diagonally. You want it to be straight along the moon. And then when you come into the end, just keep wrapping till you get right to the end and leave about 10 centimetres again. And cut. And then what you want to do is just tie that on, ready to be glued down. And that's wrapping your moon shape. Now that you've wrapped your hoop with your string, we're going to undo these bits that you've tied on. And now we're going to get our glue gun. Mine's been heating up for a bit now. And we're going to just put a line of glue. Be careful because it's hot. And then we're going to wrap around it. So I've put a line of glue on just the tip of our wooden base, and then we're just going to wrap that. Let's give it a squeeze there, and just leave that to dry. Do the same on the other side. And then get the other side. Do a line of glue down there and wrap around that. Give it a squeeze. Try not to get any glue on your hands. And then when that's cooled down, just cut them ends off. Get your glue gun again, and now you're just gonna glue these little ends that are sticking up down. So just a little bit of glue, not too much. Use the nose of your glue gun. Just to glue down any bits. Same on this side, just a little bit, you don't need a lot. Need a little bit more, just use a little bit more, and then use the nose. That side was a bit trickier, but as you can see, it still worked. And then we're going to do the web now. Turn your glue gun off, otherwise it's going to turn the glue that's in your glue gun like an orangey brown. So make sure you always turn your glue gun off. Get your thread. I'm using black thread in this one, but you've got the option to choose black or white if you choose the kit. And we're going to tie it on. So I'm going to tie mine on about here, which is about 5 wraps of string up. You just tie it on with a normal overhand knot. And I've tied it about 4 or 5 times there. Cut off the excess thread, not string. Not too close because it'll unravel. And then measure around 4 centimetres up. I'm probably going to zoom in a bit for this bit. So measure about 4 centimetres up, and then what you want to do is go round the hoop and then back through this loop. So you've got your thread, 4 centimetres is about here. Go round it and then through that loop. And then pull it so it doesn't move from where you've gone round the hoop. Then measure another 4 centimetres. Go round the hoop again and through that loop. Then pull 4 centimetres again. Let's make sure you can still see what I'm doing. Round and through. You're just doing the same thing all the way around. I think this is the trickiest bit of doing the web. After that, it's quite simple. And then when you come back round to the end, tie off, go round right at the end. You can see that. Oh, make sure I'm in. And then go back around in the same area and through the loop again. So you're going back around the exact same place that you finished, but go through this loop this time. Pull. Do it again. Back around in the same place and pull. Now we're going to go back round, but how we do that is we just start lifting up all these segments and we just pop our string through. Can you see that? So what you're doing is you're just getting this segment here, pull it out, get your spool, the string, and pop it through and pull. Pull that out. You see that web starting to form there. Don't miss any segments. Keep going. And then go around the last one through the loop like you were before, and then go round again and through this loop here. Again, one more time, because you're going to cut this off now, because we're going to add our beads. And now for the beads. So I've chosen teal beads here. There'll be different options for different beads if you want to buy the kit, which will be linked down below. So how we're going to do this is we're going to get 3 crystal chip beads. We'll thread them. And then we'll get a clear bead, a gold bead, a big clear bead, a gold bead, and a small clear bead. So that's the pattern, and we're going to do that I think about 4 times. So as you can see, I've done that 4 times. So if you want to pause so you can see 3 crystal beads, and then small clear gold, big clear gold, small clear, and then I've done that 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Just thread it through. Now I'm going to tie it to my moon shape, just on the end here like we did before. So just tie it on at least 3 times. I think I'm going to go for 4 in an overhand knot, and then just clip that off your end, not too close because it'll unravel. And now I'm going to start threading or weaving the beads through. So it doesn't matter where the beads fall at this stage, you can move them afterwards. So now you get the next segment in your web and you put the beads through it. The next one, lift it up. Can you see it's going through there? Keep doing that, don't miss any out. And then tie the end through the loop, round through the loop, and then at this stage you can thread the beads through. It'll probably make it easier for you to keep webbing if you do it now, but you can place your beads whenever you want. And you can place them however you want. If you wanted to do a different pattern than what I've done, that is totally fine. And there you go, it's nicely spaced out. And then we're going to go around again. So pull out the next segment and just go through that. Ooh. So your beads will be on there now, but it's still the same rule. You're just pulling every segment out and then just popping your thread through it and you're weaving. And if your beads move, it doesn't matter. You can always move them back. And then we're going to tie off, and that'll be the last one. So one once. Ooh, round twice. Round 3 times. 4 for good luck. And clip that off. Just move my beads back to where I want them. They've not moved much anyway. And that is the end of your base. And now we're going to go and do the fun chains part. But now we're going to start making the chains. So I'm going to start with the 2 chains that we're going to do here. And I'm just going to place, actually, I'll do them there, they're going to go there. I'm just going to place them how I'm going to attach them together. Okay, so I'm happy with that. I'm gonna get my chain now. And I'm gonna cut oh, how long is that? So I'm gonna cut about 6 centimetres of it using your scissors. If you've got the special pliers, they're even better, but scissors will work. You don't need these. But if you do have them tools, they do help a lot. And now I need to get the exact same length again. So if you need to count the loops, do. Take your time and cut the exact same length again. So one. So that's 16 loops. So I'm going to cut that one at the 17th one. So the exact same, so they're going to go there and there. And now I kind of want these ones to come down like this. So they are 10 centimetres now. You're going to cut 2 of them. Yeah, 26 loops. You have to be sure. And then cut on the 27th. So they're the exact same length. I'm just going to double check that they are. Yep, the exact same length. And they're going to go here and here. And then I'm going to need some chains for up here, which I'm going to do again at 10 centimetres. So if you're counting the loops, that'll be around 26 loops again. And you should have some chain left over. Just in case you make any mistakes, I've given extra chain, if you've got the kit that is. Yep, perfect. And they're gonna go here and here. With these little things underneath. So now I'm going to start fixing this all together. So I'm going to start with this one. I'm going to get one of my larger loops that's in the kit. And then I'm just going to bend with my fingers like this. And then I'm going to pop it through the hole. As you can see. And then bend it back on the other side. And then as you can see, that is just through the loop. Next, I'm going to get one of the smaller loops. Or they call these jump rings, if you want to call them the correct name. Again, pull it apart. Pop it through the bottom. Or pop it through your loop. And then I'm going to get one of these little prisms. And I'm going to get a larger loop again, larger loop, and stick that through and close that up. Sorry, don't close it up, keep it open, because you need to put it through that one there. So what you'll have then is one of the large jump loops, then a smaller one, then a large one. You should have something that looks like that. Grab another large jump loop, again, just pull it apart, through your tiny little prism, and then through the bottom hole of one of your brass moons. If you have some of these at home, these pliers, you can use this to bend back. I'm not going to do that. I need to show you that you can just do it with your fingers. But you can use them if it'll make it easier. But I'm going to do it without, just to show you that it can be done without. Then get another large, put it through the top hole of your brass moon, and through another one of these prisms. And then another large for the top of it. And through the chain. Just one of the loops in the chain. Ooh. And then close. Do the exact same for this side. Wire that'll be in your kit, pop it through your teardrop prism or teardrop crystal, and then twist. Make sure you leave a little bit of a space for your jump loop to go through. Cut the excess wire off. You can use scissors to do that, you don't need to use that I just used. Jump loop through that, and then also through one of your little hexagon prisms, and then get another jump loop, pop it through the top, large ones we're using here, and then around the bottom of your star. So at your star, the very bottom, put it through the bottom two legs of your star, and then bend it back like this. Then again, another hexagon one with a large jump loop, but you've just put it through the star like that, through the hole at the top. Another large, put it through two hexagon prisms now, and then bend it back. then another large. And then we're going to get another large and pop it through the last loop you've just done, jump loop, and then also put through both the chains, both the 10cm chains, and then bend that back. So as you can see, it's starting to make the shape now. Oh, fingers are a bit sore from doing it. That's why it's good to use these. You're saving your fingers if you use these tools here. So I'll just show you this one here, how much better it is. So if you do have the pliers, it's just so much easier just to open. Now I'm going to get one of these little icicle prisms. I'm using a large one here again. And then bend back with your tool. Probably not the best example, but yeah, it's just so much easier. It doesn't hurt your fingers as much. And then another large here. Through the bottom of the star like we did before. Oh, don't bend that back yet, it needs to go through like this. Through the top of your star and through a 10cm chain. Bend back. Voila. Go. Oh, stretch my back because it's absolutely killing. Now get some of your wire and cut it 10cm. I've done this before, but just cut 10cm. And we'll go for this side first. Put your first chain through the top of the chain there, and then the second here. So if you can see, I've got the top chain loop of this one and the top chain loop of this one, can you see? And I'm going to wrap it around my moon shape here, kind of in between two pieces of string that have been wrapped, so it looks nice and neat. And then we're going to twist. And then don't cut too close, but you can leave about, I'd say, 1/2 centimetre of the wire twisted, and then you can use your scissors or you can use them pliers. I'm just going to show you that you can do it with your scissors. You can just, there you go, look, down. On the other side, do the same thing, 10 centimetres of wire. Put your first, then your second chain through. Wrap it around. And then twist, twist, until it's nice and tight on there. Cut it down to about 1/2 centimetre. You can use your scissors again, like I said, to cut. You don't need to use your pliers like me, and just have it. That is the bottom bit. I'm just going to check that it's nice and secure. Yep, that's looking good. Just messed everything up now. And now I'm going to just make sure you've closed my leap off properly there. Now I'm going to do these two. So pop your chain through the top, pop your wire, 10cm wire, through the top of your chain. What you need to do now is get a piece of string left over from when you wrapped your moon, cut it to 25cm as close as you can, and then use this as your measuring tool. So just pop it round the side of your sun catcher, and then where it stops, you're going to wrap your wire around your sun catcher, and you're going to attach that by twisting. So twist. Make sure you keep that piece of string for the other side as well. That's how I measure a lot of things, by cutting string. Cut, leave about 1/2 centimetre of the wire twisted. Pop that down. You can use your scissors to do that, remember, you don't need to use pliers. Sound like a broken record. And then do the exact same thing on the other side. Get another piece of wire. So I'm going to go back there. I'm just going to check that that looks good. Perfect. And then I'm going to twist my wire again. So it should work really well, but use your eye as well. You might want it a bit further in, a bit further out. And cut that one. Now we're going to get a 40cm bit of wire, and we're going to pick. So we've got a few different agate slice colours. I think we've got a natural as well, but I've not got one here. But you can pick one of these from the kit. I'm going to choose a nice teal one here. I'm going to get my wire, pop it through the hole at the top. No. I'm going to get my wire, pop it through the agate, and then twist. So I just had a little bit of wire that went through to twist, and then we've left the rest of it long. In your kit, you should have a bead the same colour as your string to sit at the top of your agate slice. Pop that through the wire, and then more crystal beads. So put a large crystal bead and 2 small. Another large, another 2 small, another large, another 2 small, another large, so I think that's a nice length. So I've got there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 large beads and 10 small. There's the pattern I've done it in. And then I'm going to attach it to the top of my sun catcher. So I'm just going to find the middle part. You can do this by measuring with string again, so you get a piece of string, measure it on one side, measure it on the other, and it should be the exact. I'll let you know how long that is. That is 8 centimetres either side. So between this piece of wire and the piece of wire in the centre, it should be 8 centimetres on each side. It might be slightly different because sometimes things work out slightly different. So if you want to just get your own piece of string and make sure it's the exact same size each side, that should work fine. Now I'm going to put my wire right round the suncatcher, the base of the suncatcher, and then out here. Can you see that's gone right round? Now I'm going to wrap around this bit here at the top. So I've done my very best to get these beads as close as to the moon as possible, and then wrap around once, twice. It's much easier to do this when you don't have to do it on camera. 3 times. And you see there at the top, just wrap round. And then I'm going to cut and just pop that little bit down on my finger there. Careful not to scratch yourself. Right, and then now for the very top, I'm going to get myself a piece of string that's left over. So I've got myself some more string left over from when I was wrapping the moon. This is about 80 centimetres long, and I've cut, and then I'm just going to take a few threads out of it. Make sure it doesn't tangle as I'm doing this. I'm just going to pull the rest of the threads away from it. And then twist this thread so that it's nice and firm together. You've got a thinner piece of string there now. Now I'm going to pop this through as close to this middle wire as possible. I'm going to pop it through. And then I'm going to tie it, just using normal overhand knot. Cut them extra bits off. And there we go.